I think it did.
Without question. Without question.
I do think that 9/11 changed people's attitudes about cultural differences.
Yes.
Yeah, it did.
Yes.
Definitely think so. It changed.
In America had people of the nationality of the people that attacked us, and I think unfairly, but it did make people think differently about people of the same nationality or religion that attacked us. Whether, and certainly not fair to the whole, the general, but yes, there were people that unfortunately came to that conclusion. So yes, it did affect.
Because it was such a travesty, and I think people didn't know so many things, and then when they decided to learn things, they didn't necessarily learn the fair and objective things, because it obviously painted a very negative picture toward Islam, and now to this day it certainly has. So, and I just think it certainly impacted our sense of safety. I don't think anybody feels safe.
It seemed like people became much less tolerant of differences, specifically Muslims in America.
Personally, I don't think that affected me, but I think it affected American society as a whole.
A little bit, to be honest, only because of fear.
Well, I was like 1, so at the time, not really, but still at this point, not really, not a lot, no.
For me personally, no. I felt that the acts of that few were just the acts of that few, but you gotta understand, in working in schools, we're around more students. I have more exposure to students from different cultural backgrounds and understandings. And so that makes me more flexible, more tolerant as a person, and more willing to understand and learn more about the different ethnicities and different cultural backgrounds than others. But for people who were just, but I feel that people who are, not exposed to this type of diversity, because our world has a lot of lack of diversity in the United States.
Well, with a husband who's Lebanese and Muslim, and our kids are a son named Mohammed. He was in 9th grade in 9/11, and I just remember I got so many emails, so many phone calls, so many Facebook messages. How are your kids? Are they impacted? Are people treating them okay? Which I really appreciated. And the Jones massacres in Guyana, he was Methodist. I mean, do we say when something happens there are all these people terrorists based on their religion? So, but Muslims will definitely believe that they are not Muslims that are doing any of those acts of terrorism on 9/11. So I'm very, very conscious and aware of it. And I was raised to believe and accept others as they are. If you're a good person, I don't care what your religion is.